Hello and welcome back to Heroes of the Mist. I'm your host and game master, Hawk Robinson, and we're picking up from where we left off with the everybody finished doing the character upgrades, and they were trying to decide what to do. And so Torin, Farhad, and River were going with Dobson and Leon and Kevin. Mm-hmm. So Dobson's the mule, Leon is the light warhorse, and Kevin is the light riding horse. Farhad is riding Kevin, and Torin is leading Dobson and Leon.
I need a pony.
And River is walking in between.
Why does it make you laugh that the animals have names?
It's the names that they have.
It's the names that they have. All the horses I had were like Red Lightning and stuff like that. You know, the horses and stuff. They had some real exciting names. Not Kevin, Leon, and Dobson.
Leon works because Leon's a professional.
That's Leon.
Leon the professional.
You
Yeah.
You have the pronunciation right.
It's a movie you should
watch.
As
What's a movie?
French movie, assassin. Had a little girl that...
Natalie Portman.
Natalie
Natalie
Portman's
Portman.
first role.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Jean Reno, Gary Oldman, really, really good.
What's that, Joe?
His name, the actor's, his name is pronounced Johnny Reno.
Not Jean Reno?
Jean
That
Reno.
is Jean Reno.
That sounds like stand-up acting, you know.
All right. So you three, just as sun hasn't quite set yet, so it's still beaming in there, had decided to take the road to town, what were the rest of you doing?
We were congregating. We're heading to the crossroads, and
You're going to go to the crossroads and wait there?
yeah.
So there are a couple farmhouses there before you
I
get to
don't
the
want
crossroads.
to, but Talk insisted, so I'm
I didn't insist.
fighting.
Okay, but the three of you are heading towards the crossroads behind them, basically?
Yeah.
Are you walking right behind them, or are you going to give the gap first
No.
and then go?
Significant enough
We'll get
gap
back.
that it won't look like we're part of the same party.
So how big a gap?
Half a mile.
Okay. All right. So the three of you are walking along, and as you get closer, you come around. You see behind this farmhouse is a really looks like very skinny, very tall, weathered person with long blonde hair. Looks like he's in his 40s or 50s, and he's cursing at a horse. And you see he's tried to run a couple of. He's got a plow and a horse, and he's trying to do a straight furrow. And you see these three horribly zigzaggy furrows that he's tried to plow back here in the ground, in the cold October ground. Okay. And so he's holding the plow up, yelling at the horse. The horse keeps flicking its ears back and forth, swishing its tail, and just kind of looking a little ticked off at the person yelling at him. And so that's what you guys, as you come past the building, you see this guy and hear this guy yelling in some foreign language at his horse.
Gott in Himmel! Schweinhund! Ganze Kraut!
Hey, is that the same foreign language we heard Lord Torchlight occasionally use?
No.
Okay.
Different foreign language.
Okay.
They're the only
Okay.
So he right now he's just yelling at his horse as you guys come around the building, just because he was on the other side of that building. You're going this way. What do you three? You're in the lead there, Farhad. Do you say anything? Just ride on by.
Hey, Torin,
Huh?
do you think our friend over there might need some help with his horse? It seems like perhaps he does not have the expertise you have with animals.
Oh.
He then stops his cursing the horse and turns and sees the three of you.
The ground seems kind of hard to be plowing anyways. But I didn't do much plowing.
And you coming from that, like, this is not the time to be plowing. A, he's doing it all wrong. B, he should have done that before the ground went hard.
Yeah. I mean...
C, he's got his plow on backwards.
Huh.
So he's doing everything, like it's all hooked up wrong. And let's face it, you're just looking at it going, you did a better job when you were 6. You didn't like it, so you didn't do it anymore, but you did a better job when you were 6. So, yeah.
You know, there's a lot of things she needs help with. I mean, ain't got nothing.
Guten Tag!
Oh, hi, I'm Tori. How's you?
Sehr gut. What you do here?
Oh, well, he's heading up to the inn. There's an inn up there, right? Or a tavern,
No.
place you can go and get a bed.
Nine.
Down. No? Really?
Nine. No.
Oh,
There's
well,
9 of them.
Oh, 9. Okay.
No tavern. No.
Oh, you got a trading post. See, I got me a cat, and I need to go get it traded in.
Yeah. Well, we have a trading post.
Oh, okay. Then.
A mercantile.
Oh,
yeah.
all right. Oh, is it? So there's no place to stay tonight? I mean,
No. Visitors don't stay here.
Really? Huh. Well, all right. Where's this here mercantile? Is it up there?
Town. You should go on to one of the other towns, though. Much friendlier.
Oh, well, see, here's it's getting dark, and so we was hoping we could get up to the, an inn, but I guess there's no inn up there.
No inn, no tavern.
Go back to Lucian.
Lucian had nice inn.
Oh.
Nice warm beds.
And down south?
Good beer.
Yeah. Oh, no, we really don't want to go down south right now.
It's warmer. Yeah, warmer.
Actually, I kind of like the cold. I mean, I was up from the hills, you see, so it gets really cold. I got this nice sweater, and it keeps me good and warm. I actually got some underbreeches, too. Those are expensive. But it's worth it. Anyways, well, we'll head up to the mercantile then. Good meeting you.
You sure?
Oh, yeah. This cat's gonna get real stanky if I don't get rid of it.
What'd you kill cat for?
Huh?
The cat, why'd you kill it?
It's worth the gold.
Oh, yeah, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's go to the mercantile. I show you how good.
Oh, all right.
You come with me.
Okay. And what's your name?
I'm Yorn. Your name?
I am Torn. Pleasure to meet you.
7 feet tall.
Crunch.
Wiry, super strong.
Like he
Farhad
should
and
be
River.
horse.
So as he walks up,
Is like going to conveniently let Torin be in front of her.
okay.
And just keep your distance from this person who's 2 feet taller than her.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin.
And with and you haven't seen this kind of blonde hair, really blue eyes.
Like,
It's
too
quite
much.
striking. Yeah.
And what do you say his name was again? Just
Yorn.
Bjorn. Just Bjorn.
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 Yorn. Born again.
There's a mercantile.
What, Joe?
Can we see his ears?
They're
Yes.
flat and round.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
He has long blonde hair, but yes, you can see his ears and they're normal.
They're not normal. They're round.
Touche.
They
are
your
human.
Kids, your brothers and sisters that?
They are human.
So, hey, Kevin, he says there's a mercantile up north, but there ain't no in here.
Okay, you're talking to the horse?
No, I'm talking to Kevin.
Wink, wink,
Okay.
nod.
All right.
The name we use for Farhad in
Okay,
town, because
all right.
apparently
He's
Farhad
taken
is
that.
Okay.
He's taken that identity before.
The,
It's
the horse's ears
canon.
go twitch.
Kevin.
No. Greetings, I'm Kevin.
He
Pleasure to
doesn't.
meet you, Kevin.
You're looking at him eye to eye, but you're on the horse.
Well, I'm 6'4" and on a horse.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you're quite the big fellow, aren't you?
No, he's very lean. He's very thin.
I could use a couple more pounds. But yeah, danke.
So, we're hoping to stay here for an evening, clean ourselves up, make ourselves presentable, and then present ourselves to the Lady Dranera.
Shh. Nine. No.
Why does he keep saying
You don't say the
I
lady.
don't know.
Not the lady. We don't use that name.
Oh, in that case, we don't want to meet her at all.
That is good. So good. No meat, no lady. We go on to the mercantile now. So good. You understand
Yes.
very well, Kevin. I am a good man.
Mercantile. Perfect. Play along, friends.
Apologies to any fans watching from Germany or.
Yep. Mercantile. Cat. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you got bothersome.
Remember, multiverse. Get to do what I want with it. It's not here. Okay. It's its own Northronder variance. So,
Well, of course, I'm just.
yeah. But yeah,
joking.
he's got his smatterings of German.
Also,
thrown.
apologies for my dialect that I have
Yeah.
to talk, which is a little
It's okay.
mixed at times.
That's okay.
Kevin,
All right.
It's just fun to.
why is the Fräulein not writing?
He's saying.
No, he talks funny.
She doesn't ride because she doesn't know how, and she's afraid of horses.
Mm-hmm.
She's more of a water type of person. She stands on boats and runs across rivers and things like that.
Wow, impressive.
If we had a seahorse, she could ride it.
A what?
A seahorse. You know,
There are horses in the sea?
Well, whenever there are terrible
Hey,
accidents.
are there horses in the sea?
I don't think so.
And so, are you guys walking along as you're talking
Yeah.
here? Okay. So, you guys are walking along. As you do, you see come out, somebody who's hanging out on the porch here comes out. Another fellow, about 6'6", this one much burlier, was out there alongside chopping wood. And sees you walking along, and he looks up and, Jabon, what you know?
Jawohl. Toren Herr Kevin and Fräulein. Me don't get name. Fräulein.
I
What?
think she wants your name.
Oh, River.
Fräulein River.
Yeah, what they want?
Mercantile.
Ah, yes. I come along too.
Yeah,
He
so
takes
good.
the axe one handed, chops it, into the log there, and pulls on his straps to his pants because he just was working out there in his short clothes. So pulls
What's the
some pants.
quality of his axe at work?
Very fluid, single-handed. Like actually, he kind of threw it into the stump without really looking at it, and it hit
So he
dead
does know how
center.
to do the job he's doing.
Well, he at least knows how to throw an axe into a tree stump without looking.
Okay. Are there chopped logs down there?
You see a few chopped pieces of wood here and there, yes, like around the stump, but not a whole bunch of them. Just looks like, for his own fire. It's not like he'd do it for a living.
Okay, it's just splitting wood. Okay.
Yeah, just splitting his wood, yeah.
You know that feeling where you're watching a movie and you're like, no, don't go in there. This is getting a little bit concerning.
Paddle faster, I hear banjos.
We'll just have a...
I'm more afraid of Germans than Benjamins.
Are you looking for deliverance?
Exactly. All right, so he comes walking on up, and I'm a Sigurd. Beaver, Kevin, Doran.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, nice to meet him. He's about 6'6", much burlier than the other guy, much bigger, but also blonde-haired, blue-eyed, big ham hands, just like twice your hand size. But he's friendlier about it.
Okay.
Says, yeah, it's good to meet ya. You go meet Merkin, you have something to... What's the smell?
Oh, it's a cat.
Yeah, he killed cat. Says something about gold.
Why kill cat? What cat do you?
Give him kind of squint. His cats are worth the gold.
What the... Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. So he's walking along with you as you're having this conversation.
Huh.
All right. So,
Go.
so you guys, now you've gone past these two farmhouses. Now you're starting to go down into the little valley. The sun still hasn't quite set, but it's getting there.
This line here was that.
That's where the depression of the valley is. So this is high ground, and that's where it kind of starts to dip down, and it's just kind of the bowl of the valley. So that's kind of the high spot here. So as you're walking this way, you see another farmhouse, and there's a person out there. And he seems to be out there, appears to be trying to shear a sheep. And again, you're a country boy. You've seen plenty of these activities.
Yeah, but not this time.
And really badly done.
Oh.
Like, he is doing it all again. When you were 6 years old, you knew how to do this. He is wrestling with this sheep, trying to shear it by hand with not sheep shearing shears, but what looks like gardening shears.
That poor thing.
And he's got it held by a rope to the front porch there as he's trying to shear it. And there's a kid up by the door who's about maybe 10 years old. Again, very blonde-haired. Even the kid's kind of a little burly. This guy has actually got a little bit of a belly. He looks like he might be in his 60s, but strongly built. He's got a big blonde and gray beard, just big curly blonde mop of hair. As he's fighting with, actually not unlike the sheep hair, but as he's fighting, trying to shear the sheep, and the sheep is not happy. It looks like he's nicked, he has actually looked like he's nicked the sheep a little bit in trying to do this. He's doing it all wrong. And there's just sheep wool all over the ground.
This is animal
Just
abuse.
all wrong.
This is like one of the Grimm's fairy tales you don't want to be doing. If you see a glass slipper, run.
Yeah.
No, more like, you know, you're going to end up chopped up and buried in the floorboards. Grimm's fairy tale. You know, putting the Grimm.
So anyway,
I bet you that one's champagne.
so as you guys are coming up, you see him doing this all wrong, and he looks up, and you see this the boy is standing there sucking on something. Looks like some
Blackroot candy.
yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Licorice.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, Papa!" And he kind of looks up from wrestling with the sheep and looks up and stands up. And this guy is somewhere between 6'6" and 7 foot, maybe around 6'9", 6'10". Looks up and he's like, "Oh, Sigurd, Bjorn, was you know what?
Mercantile.
Yeah, mercantile. What they want?
Sell cat.
The cat. Okay. I see. Yeah. Okay. I come along. Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely
Boy,
come
too.
along.
Come, boy. Hello, I'm Johan.
Hi, Johan.
Yeah, nice to meet you. So, friendly. Nice to meet you. You. Nice to meet you. He reaches his hand out to Farhad. Shake his hand. Okay.
Why do you keep
All right.
that? I don't get these people.
What's that?
Good to meet you, friend.
So now Bjorn, Johan, and Sigurd are walking along with you. Oh, and
I'm the boy.
yeah, Johan's son Johansson.
Well, that's actually how the name would be.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just walking along with you guys as you
So, that's a nice place you got here.
walking past here. And again, you see what looks, like patches of farmland, but it's like overrun with weeds or badly plowed or yeah, it's
Chickens
weird.
are loose.
Yeah, there's animals here and there, but nothing is done right. These have to be the worst farmers, ranchers, whatever they are you've ever seen in your life.
I'm talking to like, my uncle was a campaigner, and it's kind of like when he got back, man, he couldn't. Well, my mama said he wasn't good enough but drinking, but he could still handle a horse round then, but he couldn't do nothing in the field anymore. So, one of these guys was all campaigners or something.
What's a campaigner?
Oh, that's the ones back during the war days. They go off with the army, and they go and there's kingdom, and so they go off. And
You
they
see
fight
all
off.
three of them, as you're saying that, kind of giving each other sidelong glances, but you immediately, Farhad, you both immediately pick up on the sidelong glances as he says that. And you sense their backs stiffening a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, they went out and they did the hard work. What my uncle always said.
So what? This is Bjorn. Sorry, not Bjorn. This is lose track here. This is Sigurd. So what brings you so far up here? Yeah, you're not from here. You're from far south, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm from down by Battle Mountain. Yeah.
Battle Mountain.
Oh yeah.
What brings you and your people so far?
Oh, we own business.
Yeah.
Selling dead cats.
Well, no, you see.
Torin,
Yeah.
I think we should tell them exactly what business we're here on.
Oh.
I think men such as these don't have time to waste. They have fields to plow and sheep to shear, and no time to waste with mysteries.
Okay. So.
We're here on the orders, the request of Lord Torshua to make a delivery to Lady Gennaro.
You see them all look at
The big
each other
house.
briefly.
We're
Yeah.
here-
Oh, when you say Lady Gennaro, they all go, all four of them sometimes, like that. The moment you say Gennaro.
Nix.
We do not say name.
You
The lady.
shall not-
Only the lady.
The lady. Okay.
The lady
The
is
lady.
expecting a delivery, and we have brought it for her. The mercantile is something that we certainly want, and a place to stay, an inn to make ourselves presentable for her is certainly something we want. But our business is with the lady.
So you guys are continuing to walk along. You now see people coming from the other farmhouses all starting to walk this way or towards town. Just so you know. you continue to walk down. You should speak with Helga. Yeah, speak with Helga. We get to town, yeah. And she is merchant.
Oh, okay then.
Excellent.
Wait, she knows I get
so
gold
much
for a
for
cat, right?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah.
Yeah, gold. Uno gold.
All right. So you continue walking, and again, you start seeing more and more people. So finally, by the time you get to town, you've got the 4 around you,
As soon as I said it.
and others converging till finally you get towards the center of town. So you see. Let's see here. Where's my? Let me put my map on there. You see that this is there's a couple of big. These are silos. Those are just big silos, there and there, the round things. And this looks like major food storage area. And then over here, there's a sign that in various languages or symbols probably is the mercantile merchant area. There's a little well in the center right here. You can smell the recognizably unpleasant smell of the leather workers' shop in this building here. Yeah, stinking up that whole area.
Right in the middle of the town.
Yeah. And you could also smell as you were coming by. I'm missing one. I'm sorry.
Great
you
farmers
could also
and
smell.
town planners.
You saw some stables right here. Some very happy horses to be there next to the leather worker. Need to make some glue. And this appears to be the smithy with the smoke coming out the top and open farrier area and such. There's another farmhouse over here. What's that?
Can we see that? Is that
No, you can't. You don't. That's all you see is a cliff face. Farmhouse and a cliff face. So again, the house up here. The sun has set, but the sky is still light. The sun has barely set over to the west, but there's still a fair amount of light in the sky. And what else? Yeah, and so now there's about 30 people congregating here, all with various shades of very blonde hair, some more grayed than others, some straighter, some more curly. Mostly men, a few women. Almost everybody is 40 years old or older, and then a handful, like half a dozen kids between about 8 years old to 16 years old. All blonde hair, blue-eyed. Just a few women. The shortest woman is 6 foot. They range between 6 foot to 6'6", and the men are all somewhere between 6'6" to 7.5 feet tall. So, and then even the kids, of course, are very tall for their age as well. So they have all gathered around here, and being set up along the well, you see a series of tables in a big long line being set up with bowls of food and plates being laid out and chairs quickly, like they're rapidly putting together a long feasting table.
Oh God.
So you guys are walking to that. Meanwhile, the three of you are about a half mile back. And you saw as one after another slowly started to join them till there were 3 large men and a younger lad.
Oh no,
them.
don't do that. Oh.
And you saw as they go down in the valley, you saw people coming from all the other farmhouses as well. And everybody slowly congregating in town. And so you guys are about a half mile out here. Now, you were up here when you saw that starting to happen. Do you guys continue down the road or you stop at the crossroads?
I think we continue on. They won't notice us. I mean, obviously, those 3 have gotten all their attention. We can get right through the town. Nobody will see us at all.
For once, I agree.
Although, is it wise to, whether on purpose or otherwise, sneak up into the middle of town? If we're going to be noticed, I'd rather be noticed coming in than in the middle of town.
We're sneaking. We're walking straight down the town.
So
They
while
don't
you
see
guys are
us, they don't
sitting
see
there
us. Not our
arguing, coming running around one of the trees, a goose comes running up at you going, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" Comes at you and like angrily. "Ah! Ah!" Flapping its
what the
wings,
heck?
honking at you.
What's that?
Oh, and it's about as big as you.
I don't speak
It's a
goose.
big freaking. It's bigger than you. It's about as big as you. It's coming running at you, charging angrily at you. Came from right around this tree, charging right at you.
Okay.
Moisha steps in front of Todd.
Okay.
Sword brandish.
What's that?
Sword brandish.
Okay.
He's not planning to just block the goose with the sword.
Grab by the neck and just. I mean, they're just birds.
Yeah, says the country bumpkin.
Yeah.
To something that is to this to you, not this to you. All right, so it stops and just hisses at you. Just keeps hissing at you.
Is it time for a young goose already?
Talk.
Let's continue.
What's going on?
It's a
That's
vicious
not-
alarm goose.
And you guys hear back the way you came, a faint, oh. A couple people kind of look that way. A couple of the men whisper to each other and start jogging off in that direction. Okay. So you continue, I mean, you're at the crossroads, so you continue towards town.
Continue.
So you walk a few feet, and a goose comes coming out from behind the other tree. Honking at you, making lots of loud noise, screeching at you. Do you do the same thing? Just kind of stand in front? Because they seem to be trying to go for the little ones.
Yeah.
And they just kind of, honk, honk, and the other one, honk, 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 honk. So you just kind of stare it down.
Yep.
Okay, it kind of backs off a little, but it's
Sword
okay.
blocking.
All right.
You did the old cat slayer treatment.
These geese might belong to
They
someone.
all
All right.
love that.
So
It's hard
you
to
start. You
miss.
continue on, and they follow. The geese follow you every now and then, doing a honk, honk.
I don't know.
Make your stealth checks.
As you get near
Oh, I think that's
this
what
next
gets
farmhouse, another goose comes running out at you, honking away the same thing, making lots of loud noise, honking away. Comes charging, goes right for Weevil, charges straight for Weevil. Get right in the way.
Get right in the
All
way.
right, it tries to get you, and then the other two geese, which have been following behind, now try to go for Talk. Talk. The two geese try to attack you.
Okay.
Must be yokes or something. You know, geese are really good about protecting the farm. In fact,
I'm
donkeys
going
are
to-
too. They'll kill a coyote.
I'm going to make a 2D illusion right in front of me of an even bigger goose.
Okay, between the two geese and you?
Yes.
So just a big giant one?
Just like the size of Kevin.
It's a giant goose. Okay, they turn around, and then like flap honk away back to their respective farms there.
Honk!
But the other one still honking at him. But they go as quickly away as they can.
Talk. Can you do that again?
I'm gonna bravely slay these.
I can make it. I can make it move.
Send it to chase off Weevil's goose.
All right. I don't actually that's we can make the images move in its 2-dimensional plane. But can we move the 2-dimensional plane?
No.
I mean, within its casting build?
You were No, I don't think you were. I think you had to
can't-
set it, and that was
you
it.
can't do this
Yeah,
with it.
when we were escaping from town, you guys did it there, and then you did it there.
Well, yeah, we've never had reason to.
Yeah,
to
you
change
look
its angle.
it up, but I don't think you can. I think it'll move in the place that's set, but let's go ahead and double check that.
And
We'll
so
come
the
back to
angle's
that.
not right for this particular goose.
Right, remember, because it was coming from the other direction.
Yeah.
So I won't see it
I
at
just
all.
just clarifying.
Yep. So
Yeah.
go ahead and find out there, John. Okay, so and then you, Moisha, see a couple of the men break away from the gathering and are jogging up the road in your direction. They don't appear to be armed, but they are running your direction.
Well, so much for stealth.
All right.
It says nothing about being able to move it.
Yeah, it doesn't say any.
Well, there's a
doesn't say
saying
anything
about
pro
they
or-
pick a location within range.
Virtually the same as Phantasmal Force spell. In most respects, caster creates 2D illusion or whatever he or she desires. If any viewer sees it from an angle more than 45 degrees from its horizontal vertical axis, the nature of the illusion will be immediately apparent. It's dispelled by touch or magic dispel illusion. It's invisible from the side or the rear, lasts as long as the caster concentrates on it.
Okay, look up Phantasmal Force to see about movement options. Phantasmal Force, you can move, so I'm not.
Yeah, we've never.
Yeah, well, it's you use it. You use this an awful lot, so you should know the inside. You should know this inside and out. All right. So you guys heard these. You faintly heard. You heard geese. You're like, "God, it's geese. It's a farm. No big deal." So you don't even notice it. Farhad, you hear the geese making noise back a ways. It's faint, and you see a couple of the burlier men go running off back the road the way you guys came from. Do you get off your horse now that you're in town, or do you stay up on your horse?
No, I'll get off.
Okay.
Dismount.
All right. Your warhorse is getting really skittish.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. The mule is just starting to get a little anxious about so many people.
That's a
around
third level
too.
spell.
Hey, is there a place I can tie these off? They ain't good with big groups of people, you know.
I hate how much they.
So Sigurd's like, yeah, I can take. Warhorse, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's command word?
What?
Command word. That you give orders so that the stable boy can take.
Oh. Huh.
You don't know, Kim. That's not your horse.
Well,
Yeah?
it's mine now. Is what the important.
Yeah. You not know command word.
thing.
Where you take from?
Oh, it's just these roughnecks that came up on us. What was that? 2 days back? 3? Yeah.
Not Mordred soldier?
Well, might have been. It was dark.
It looks like armor from Mordred cavalry, but stripped from silver.
Huh. It does
He's
kind of
Yeah.
look like that.
Yes, he is.
What's that?
Dark. Torin is a simple human, man. You can't see in the dark.
Yeah.
You were more dreaded soul.
So that's Farhad saying that?
Darkness. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We should get some labs here, yeah? Then there's no problem.
Okay.
Mordred! The horse stands at attention.
Oh, ain't that something?
Maybe help you later with command words.
Yeah.
Phantasmal
that'd be
force
nice.
can
Is it
move
more?
within the limits of
Is
the
it like
range.
just like those French horses you can
Okay.
whistle at? You're like,
What's
like,
his French?
oh, sorry. Actually, do we know the nationality? Or you know them big old horses that you can whistle at and they'll do what you want to?
Yeah, some are trained, yeah.
Oh man, I wonder if he knows how.
These would just have few key commands for stable boy and such.
Oh wow.
I take now.
Oh, yeah, okay, here he goes.
Und du mul?
Oh yeah, come on, Dobson.
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 Come,
yeah.
Dobson.
Leon. Dobson. It's
Oh
good.
yeah. Leo. Yeah. So he says, a stable's back there, I take there.
Okay,
So Sigurd takes your horse and mule back there.
I'll be good.
Farhad? Do you do anything during this?
Yeah, we'll dismount.
Okay.
Can you take Kevin with you, please?
Yeah, I come back for.
Thank you so much, my friend.
Oh man,
Torin,
that sure is good. I know so much about the Mordred folk. Huh.
they certainly do.
Yeah.
I think people here are very important to aiding us on our mission.
Uh-huh.
I think we finally got to a place where keeping secrets or any sort of hiding our true intention may be detrimental to our cause. We should be scrupulously honest with these people.
Meanwhile, back a half mile away,
Alright then.
giant.
Illusion! Oh! Yeah, there's no sound.
I know, but
Yeah.
Oh, there is sound.
There is sound. Oh, that Weevil is.
Weevil is honking back.
Okay.
Trying to get them to go away.
It's high pitched. So, what did you find out about the spell?
So
It does move within the range. A Phantasmal Force spell moves.
All right.
So
And it said is like Phantasmal Force in
Yes.
every spell. Okay.
except the things that they specify.
Right.
So-
So rotate it and put it in front of Weevil, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So the goose is honking away, turns around. Weevil then gives it sound.
Making it right.
The goose sees that and turns around and runs back to its farmhouse. As it does so, though, another goose comes running out the other side, honking up towards charging up at you.
Okay.
And you now see geese coming out from various locations, all running, converging in your direction.
So,
And all together, you're counting them in the dusk light. All together, it looks like about 20 geese are converging in your direction bit by bit,
so
honking up a storm.
Apocalypse, I'm telling you.
Okay.
so far as like, so,
Weevil, make another goose. We're in between the geese.
So there's about 16 others coming from 16 different directions,
like a goose.
running this way, honking. It's echoing through the valley, and you see
So I'll make a gooseberry pie.
two tall men running this way on the road in your direction.
Hey, Farhad, does that
We're
mean we
going
should
to
tell
die.
them about, the Jiggets?
Yes, you should.
Oh, okay. Hey. All right then. As one of the named ones that we were originally escorted us here at.
Well, so Sigurd took the horses in,
Yeah.
and
Born about. He's quite nice.
Bjorn.
Okay.
Bjorn was the one trying to do the furrow there. He was the first one you met.
Okay.
And then
Best farmer ever.
Yes, best farmer ever today.
Nailed it.
And then Johanny Johansson.
Okay.
That was
So which
the
one's
sheep
closest?
shearer.
Okay.
Well, there's Bjorn and Johanny Johansson are next to you.
Okay.
Sigurd's
Turn
in the
to Bjorn,
stables.
for instance.
Yeah.
Since we's being all honest about things, we got a few folk out back and down the path.
And you can now hear the valley is echoing with geese.
You know, that might be
And a lot of
them
people are
now.
looking back in that direction going, what's going on? What?
See, there's a dwarf and a couple of leprechauns, and so they don't normally go into town.
You hear one of the kids, leprechaun!
Yeah.
There's a leprechaun! I've never seen leprechaun!
Oh,
Shh. Oh, sorry.
yeah, so they normally hang out on the outskirts till we get it all, settled. And that's probably them just now. So, don't give them the rough side of the hand if you know what I'm saying.
Johan is like, so you are advanced guard for how many?
Oh,
He
it's
looks
just,
at you warily.
There are 3.
No. It's
2 gnomes and a dwarf.
Gnomes, not leprechaun.
Not leprechauns.
Why he lie?
Torin is not worldly. He's never left his hometown before. And his hometown is not a town.
Ah. Jawohl. Very good.
Like a wide spot in the room.
It's a little burg. Understood.
It's bigger than Kasarnik.
No, I'm talking like up in the hills of it. So it's like there's a town over there.
Yeah.
Just walk away.
Yeah. All right.
So you left them to be ambushed by the geese. I see.
Yeah, we have geese all around valley. Let us know intruders come.
Wow, that's really something.
Better than guard dogs.
Yeah, I was telling them that what they wanted on the pack was a mule, because a mule will just, nothing's going to sneak up on you. A mule, it's smart.
Okay. Yeah, it works, right? Yeah.
Guard hunts.
Oh.
Okay. So, you keep changing your illusion around, and the geese, one by one, run away as you put the illusion in front. And eventually
They're dumb
Well,
enough
and
that they can actually
Herschel
make it
is
appear.
going to also
bark
be
at them.
growling at
That okay? When you do that, they just zero in and get aggressive with him. That does not seem to scare them at all.
But that's
But this giant, huge
Yeah.
thing, they don't know what to do with that. They know what to do with dogs. They know how to deal with dogs. They can all gang up and nip the heck out of them.
right.
They don't know what to do with that.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
but
just don't want
Herschel-
to forget that
Great,
Herschel
thank
is
you.
here.
Thank you. And what about your badger?
Socrates.
Socrates, Weevil, John.
Weevil is. Let's see. Socrates is
Jenny's confused.
trying to dig a hole and escape.
Okay, or at least dig a hole. Just to dig a hole. All right. So you scared off the geese as these two men come running up. Come on. I need pencils that aren't empty.
Is my goose illusion facing them as they come up?
If you want it to be, that's up to you.
Fortune
I
home.
thank you.
All right then.
Fortune home.
I think that makes a more amusing story scene for us if they come running up and seeing a giant goose.
So you do have it facing them?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
All right. So they're running up. They get about 20 feet away. Again, it's getting kind of dusk. And they slow down as you shift that in their direction and give each other looks. And you see each of them instinctively go to their hip like for a sword. And then like go hip, back, and like catch themselves. But they stop about 20 feet away and just look at each other and, who are you? Who are you? Friend or foe?
I am the great goose!
We are
They
friends.
look at each other.
Was ist los?
We are friends. We were beset on by geese.
Ah, ja. Was ist das?
It's an illusion
It's
of
a
a giant
goose.
goose.
Ah, ja.
Would you like to see it dance?
And you make it dance. They look at each other again. Their eyes are just huge.
Where is my bow?
Yeah, they're still staying 20 feet back. They're kind of stumped what to do after their initial reaction. You are with your friends, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then come, we have feast. You join us. We cannot feed that though. You say illusion?
Indeed.
Oh. I will make it appear to shrink down and seem to
Go in your
in my
pocket.
pocket.
Okay. They look at each other and kind of nod impressed. They're like, yeah. Again, both these guys are one's about 6'9", one's just under 7 feet. It's dusk. Now those of you with night vision, not that big a deal, but I just want to, keep track of that going on. Says, your names, yeah?
Moisha Turtlebomb. Taylor.
Looks
Talk.
at you.
Weevil
Yeah, come, we will talk.
and
Moisha.
Socrates.
He can't pick up Socrates.
Socrates.
He's a big old bat. It's not, Weevil is tiny.
Oh, that's right. You can almost ride.
He
I'm
can.
forgetting Weevil
Yes.
scale versus
Yes.
the thing.
Yeah. He's like 2 foot something. So, all right.
And Socrates.
Come, yeah. We have feast. We welcome ya.
Now these Kasarnik
I'm Dan,
people, they
this
could
is
probably
Fel.
pick up the
Right.
badger.
Again, your names?
Den Fell.
Den Fell. Good to meet you both. Thank you.
Come.
Jawohl.
All right. So they kind of fall in on each side of you and escort you, but walk along. They're not real chatty, but they're kind of talking. They kind of low voices across you to each other in a tongue you don't. Any of you speak Northrun?
I'm talking. It's like, are you sure now? 'Cause
Is it
I
anything
know I
like
saw one
Cobalt?
with a rainbow.
that?
Leprechaun's got rainbows.
Is it anything like Cobalt?
And you,
Well,
Farhad,
that's
see
something-
that you saw the 2 men who were running out there have met with your other compatriots and are coming back with them after they first chased off a bunch of geese that came from far and wide.
So, what's with the geese?
Yeah, they make they're better than guard dogs, yeah.
Vodka.
You hear them far away. We have them all around. Let us know. Intruders come.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
They know if you're not from here. They from far and wide come call for help. Let us know.
Just so you know, it's a bit terrifying.
Good, yeah. Best job, yeah. If all 20 come, they bite hard.
You know how you felt coming up on my goose?
Yeah, I can see you, yeah.
Yes, that's it. It's a bit unsettling.
And I this is Den. Says, yeah. And Fell's like, well, yeah, I cannot tell you they not bite because they bite. Oh yeah, they bite.
Oh, they just pinch a little.
Oh no, they bite.
Oh, see, mine doesn't bite.
Yeah, no,
He's got a goose in
they
his
bite you
pocket.
bad if you. So good that you stopped them. They might have hurt you. But they do a good job. Keep trouble out. No sneak thieves.
We did our best to scare them off without harming them, because
Good.
they seem to be likely belong to someone. We didn't want to hurt them.
Yeah, every house get at least 1 or 2 geese for God, yeah.
Do we eat them?
No. Do you eat your god dog? Do you eat your... What is that?
It's a badger.
Your badger. Do you eat your badger?
No, we eat goose. You.
Well, we do not eat our geese. Unless in hard times. But then sometimes then we have to eat horse, what have you. We do what you must. But in less hard times, we do not eat them. They are good gods. Okay, so you come walking in town. Meanwhile, while you guys are waiting for them, do you make small talk or anything while you're waiting for your compatriots?
He had a rainbow like in his pocket. Leprechaun.
That's right.
He's an illusionist.
Back at the other
It
house
was just a
village.
trick.
Well,
He has a goose in his pocket. I saw it.
No, you're not. You guys haven't quite got there yet.
Oh.
So this is why you're waiting for you guys.
well, I mean, sure, but couldn't that just be his leprechaun magic? I mean, he likes gold. He has a rainbow. What more do you need?
Sigurd comes back and offers to take your horse there, Farhad.
Thank you very much, my friend.
And he takes your horse back to the stables. All right. Helga comes on out.
Oh yeah.
So this big 40-something-year-old blonde woman, 6'6", comes out, rosy-cheeked, excited, very friendly. She's putting big old pitchers of various drinks on the table, sees all of you, and comes walking up to you with a friendly smile.
Yeah, welcome. You come to our town, yeah.
Hello there. I'm Torin.
Hello, Torin.
Yeah.
So very good to meet you. I'm
good to
glad
meet
to
you
have
too.
us here.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody have seats. You are
River?
Viva.
Yeah.
Viva, nice to meet you.
The other three are walking up about now too.
Oh, is it your friends? They're coming?
Yeah.
Good.
He's a J.
Your name, sir?
Farhad.
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 That's
Pleasure to meet you.
already. Yes, yeah, very well. Good. Have a seat. Yeah, jawohl. And your friends.
Moisha, Turtle Bomb.
Moisha, welcome. Have a seat. Are you like a bear? Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
thank
that
you.
was a wrong accent entirely right there.
I know you were offering him a beer, but it sounded like, are you a bear?
Yes, that's right. It did sound.
The accent went really south and east.
Not north enough.
Yeah.
I've never seen a bear, and you look pretty hairy and
Not
burly,
north,
so...
not north enough. There are 4 major drinks on the table in pitchers and glass. It's all been laid out now. People are starting to sit down. So there's milk, ale, wine, and mead. So
Neil.
I very recommend the mead.
Does meat come
If you
down
will
south?
recommend it, that is what I will have.
not at all. We've
What's
never
that?
had mead.
Is
Clarification.
it like a beer?
Mead varies from regional
Yes.
region. So is this
Who knows?
is this a honey wine or is this a honey beer? Basically,
It'd be honey wine.
Honey beer. It's a honey flavored beer.
basically 2 very different things with
Yes.
the same name depending on where you are
Yeah.
regionally. It's interesting.
Yeah. No, it'd be the honey wine.
Honey wine.
I got into arguments with this. No, it's both of them.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's good. So good. You should have tried.
Yeah, all right.
It's a
then.
specialty right here.
Try new things.
Please have seats, says Sigurd as he comes back from the stables, and everybody's starting. The kids, everybody's starting to sit down around the tables and gesturing for each of you to sit down.
It's so good so good of you to have us for dinner.
And they brought out lanterns and they put some big torches around, so it's lighting up the whole little center of town here, so you can see clearly. the humans.
I heard you don't eat goose.
Yeah, we use them. They're good gods. Yeah.
Excuse me, can I get a stool?
Oh, sorry. Somebody goes. One of the kids goes and brings over something more appropriate.
A high
Alright,
chair.
then, who am I sitting next to? I sat down. Who's sitting next to me?
You're wedged in between two big burly guys.
All right then. Oh, you see, this is a nice change. It's like every time we go to, all them folk over there look too funny, and they always cause problems, get kicked out of the ends. Oh, it's nice to meet some good people, you know?
Yes, good. Yes, good. That's their answers on both sides of you. You look at them now and they're like, you think they're brothers, actually, because they look strikingly alike. I mean, yeah, okay, they're all blonde-haired, blue-eyed, whatever, but...
Yeah.
They're clones.
And yeah, they're both just under 7 foot and very broad. Yeah, there's skinny ones, tall. They're all tall, but skinny ones, broader ones.
Are people filling their plate already, or is it
Yeah,
like-
people are
Okay,
loading up their plates. They're pouring the drinks. The kids are pouring the drink. You know,
That one
they're
religious
milking
folk,
water.
we gotta sit and listen to
No,
something
everybody's
going
just
on.
kind of, as soon as they sit
yeah.
down, they're grabbing stuff, and
Skull is not-
people are starting to eat already. There's some roast chicken. Nothing's hot. It all appears to be stuff that was cooked previously and then hurriedly laid out. But there's various mashed whatever, the equivalent of mashed potatoes type stuff, and just kind of a bunch of cold served food, but it was all cooked previously.
Okay.
But a wide variety of it, and some fresh vegetables here and there, although not a lot of it.
Onion?
What's that?
Onion?
Yeah, there's some onions. yeah.
Onion.
Yeah. Is that your thing? You
Yes.
have a thing for onions?
Yes, it's happened multiple times.
Okay, I forgot.
Eats
I forgot.
them like apples.
Okay, that's right. Popular with the ladies there.
Uh-huh.
Toast to
Hi,
travelers.
how are you?
It seems
Skull!
like- quick question for the
Yeah,
boss.
Yes. the boss. Who's the boss?
You.
Oh, you mean the game master?
Yes.
I'm not the boss.
I know.
We're in this together.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I was using a euphemism.
Yes.
For-
Okay. Go ahead.
I have been trying to keep track of names and stuff. Well, not since we got here.
Okay.
I haven't bothered.
Okay.
Since we got here. But
Yes.
we did meet someone at the inn.
Oh,
uh,
right.
What was his name?
Oh,
I didn't get that
jeez.
written down.
Oh, crud.
There's no Menzer, you can just make it up now.
Which one?
The last one.
Oh, yeah,
They
that's
got
right.
Smoted. And they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, remember when the town that got blown up, he said, please, if you find...
The
Yeah.
German guy, and
Yep.
basically we've been.
He was the innkeeper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got it written
He
down. Just give me a
inherited it.
minute while I find it.
Okay, I've got it somewhere here, too.
Someday she's gonna publish
Not
this.
Dorban. Not Sergeant not Stuart Vortonay, no.
It was in Midtown, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, if Katie, you can find that, so I'll keep
Yeah.
just board it out when you figure it out. But anyway, you can say this person.
We ran into a fella from here. He's running an inn down in Midtown.
And they blurt out the name, and you go, yeah, that guy.
Yes, Sven.
Sure, that works.
He wasn't the innkeeper,
No,
he was a
wasn't.
soldier.
He was a soldier. Oh, okay, he was
No, it
died.
was-
No, he was an
He's the
innkeeper. It was just full of soldiers, and he'd inherited it from the previous owner because he died.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
The soldiers were
the inn was
talking,
full
they
of
called
soldiers,
over.
but
Yeah.
he was like the only.
And he
Common
was- and
folk
he was
in
a
town
Northlander,
left.
Yeah, and yeah. Sure.
Okay, well, then I'm in the wrong
Well,
section.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Till we find a better name,
Clarify
Sven works for now. We'll use that for the moment.
Yeah.
Robertson.
Yeah. He told us to let everyone back here know that the former innkeeper had passed away and he'd inherited
Oh, he was good old man.
it. Yes. And he was going to hold it for another day before he left.
People look confused. Why would he leave?
because the entire town had already been evacuated but him. It was
Table goes silent.
It was entirely
Gustafsson.
Oh, Gustafsson. Okay.
It was,
All right,
it,
Gustafsson.
it was,
Thank
it was
you.
entirely well, he's Sven Gustafsson.
Yes.
Sure, why not? Sven, son of Gustav.
And it was no, what did I say? It was being used as a troop camp to hopefully defend against the Mordred forces, but when we awoke in the morning, everyone was gone, and there was loud noises in the distance.
So as he, when we first said that, silence. Now as he's talking, just everybody's just paying attention to talk quietly. Everybody's kind of stopped eating mid-bite.
Loud noises we'd never heard. Smoke pluming up, but in the distance, but in the shape of like
some
a
of the
mushroom.
younger kids start looking at Helga, going, "Mom," and every one of the kids is looking at Helga. The 6 children here, ranging between 8 and 16, all look over at Helga, worried.
It's going to be okay. Let him talk. We'll find out what he has to say.
We didn't see Gustafsson on the way out. We hope he'd made it when the troops had cleared out. We don't know what the sound was. We didn't at the time. We didn't know anything other than that the sound was loud, just like thunder, but all at once in a single moment.
Sigurd's like, could we save the... He looks over at the children. These topics for after we have eaten when the children are not here.
Definitely. Sorry.
Yeah.
Come with me.
It's
How
been
do you like your chicken?
it's been a long,
Yes,
long,
have a
tiring-
drink, please.
long tiring trip for us. I apologize.
So, what do you do? Do you eat? Do you drink? Do you just sit there?
I'm on my second plate.
Yeah.
Okay, you eat.
I don't want to insult them.
Okay, do you drink? Which do you drink if you drink?
I'll take I'll take mead and but I'll say just a small. I'm small. Just
Okay.
and I'll.
They don't have any smaller cups, but they pour you less.
Yeah. And
People's enjoying his
yeah.
full cup.
Yep.
and I'll just take a few casual sips. Just nurse it for
Okay.
a while.
All right, Moisha.
I chow down as politely as possible. I don't want to look like a pig, but I do want to fill myself up.
Okay, and it's basic but good hearty fare.
And
And though
I
it's
will
cold,
be,
it's the freshest food you've had in a little while. So
I'll, like talk, I will drink the mead, but
Okay.
carefully.
Okay, River.
River is very uncomfortable.
Yes,
And she'll eat and she'll drink like some mead, but
Mead?
she's
Okay.
like,
because again, there's water, milk,
yeah,
wine, or mead,
she was told like
or ale.
to try it, so she's like, sure, okay, but she's really just like,
Blonde hair, blue eyes. What are these demons?
yeah, she's just like,
Long-nosed demons.
These people, she's never seen anyone this tall before, so
Yeah.
she's like,
Yeah.
Farhad's probably like the tallest
Even the
person
children
she
are freaking huge.
So
like
she's,
that
like,
kid's
really
8 and like your size.
waiting
I
for
can
things
imagine
to
her
go
whispering
wrong.
to one of us next to her, like, "Is this what a giant is?"
Yeah, she's just like freaking out, like
Okay.
internal panic,
Yeah.
like, why
Yeah.
are these people so
So altogether, there's about 30 people. There's 30 people total for the village here.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
And
And at the
she's-
end of the table, there's one person who hasn't spoke. And what's different about him? He has black hair, black curly gray streaked hair. He's as tall as all the others. And before, and in the torchlight, it's hard to tell, but it looks like he has more like gray or silver almost eyes. His eyes are so pale blue, maybe. But piercing look as he looks around the table. But he's eating, but he's studying each of you very carefully as you've been here. You're not sure at what point he arrived and sat at the table with everything going on, but he's sitting at the very end of the table. With what he's wearing, it looks like he might be the smith. He's got the kind of farrier type clothing, leather apron and all that on. Looks like he's in his 50s. Burly guy.
The one
of
with the
course.
black hair is the blacksmith.
Yes. Yes, one with the black hair is the blacksmith. Yes.
All right, then. So there's not much in terms of restraint. I'm trying bits of everything.
And you're between. You've learned their names are Rolf and Lars, and they are brothers.
And that's when my Uncle Remus, he went on the North campaigns. And they was fighting orcs up there and these terrible green-skinned goblins. And, yeah, but he was just sitting around the third ranks of the open, and he was like just rattle off like, battalions.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. They just kind of grunt between eating and just kind of nod.
I imagine Weevil's fascinated by these.
Oh, he's just like, and there's me.
Everybody roll your
Yay!
wisdom.
3 of 14.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
10 out of 16.
Okay.
8 of 12.
Okay. 7 of 9.
9 of 10.
5 out of 10.
Okay, so everybody except River.
Yes.
As you're kind of looking around, and Joe, what's Farha doing as far as food and drink and all that?
Drinking the wine, eating all the food.
Good. And Weevil's chowing down, so everybody is to some degree. Okay. So all of you except River, you're looking around, and it was nagging at the back of your head, and now it's clear. It was first the farmhouses, but that could mean every single building here can't be older than 10 years old. At most 10 years old. There's no way, if they're even 10 years old, every single building here.
About the age of the oldest child?
Oldest child's about 16.
Oh, okay.
You think? It's hard to tell with how tall they are.
Or 3. He's just a child.
He is a giant child.
You think they range in age from 8 to 16. You could be mistaken in your estimates.
Especially the two of us.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Actually, probably more here.
you're enjoying the food? You want to engage in any conversation, River?
Oh, I am.
River is not. She's
Okay.
like watching people
Yeah.
and eating,
All right.
but she's like,
People
no.
are just enjoying their food, but you were, and they're going back to chatting amongst themselves in their strange tongue.
Yeah.
And you notice there appears to be more than one tongue here. There appears to be different language. There are 2 or 3, maybe 4 different languages floating around here that they're talking to each other. There are some similar sounds, but distinctly different languages going on here. And some of them, it seems like they can switch between them. Like they'll talk to one person in one language and switch to another. But kind of rude that they're not using Sapienium while you're all here, but they are conversing, and you're all getting the occasional looks like they'll be, you're clearly being talked about. But the fellow at the very end there just keeps eating, keeps looking at each of you, isn't speaking to anybody. Helga's sitting at the opposite end of the table.
Or at least halfish.
And so enjoying the food. Moisha, do you want to engage anyone in conversation?
So I turn to Sigurd.
So he's a little ways down the table.
Okay. Well, who is closest to me?
Of people you
Anyone I
met
know?
previously, or
Yeah.
just one of the people next to you?
Oh, but the people next to me.
Burhan
Okay.
and Braun.
So, Braun, this town seems to be fairly new. How long have your people been here?
He looks a little uncomfortable. Yeah, we move down from north some time ago. Have trouble with ice destroy village. Have to build new.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, King nice enough let us build here.
No, that's very good. I'm sorry for your troubles.
You don't believe a word of it.
No, but I'm not.
Okay,
He's not silly enough to
Yeah,
say
no,
something.
I did catch that.
good. Good.
But I'm
just
I'm,
in case. But
yeah,
your
but I
character
am
does
not-
not believe it.
No,
Yeah.
Moisha does not believe it, but Moisha is not
Yes.
going to make an issue of it
Okay.
either.
Okay. Talk.
So, geese.
You're saying this is out of the table to anybody who...
Yeah.
Okay. A couple of the kids look at you. The kids are really fascinated with the two of you. Because even the youngest kid is taller than both of you, so they're just like...
I mean, I can't argue with the effectiveness of it, but it's definitely unusual in my travels, at least.
Kid who's staring at you, probably about a 12-year-old girl. And they bite hard, too. It hurts when they bite. They're mean. I don't like them.
At least it doesn't make you bleed like a dog.
Yeah.
If a dog bites,
Yeah.
they got the teeth, the sharp teeth.
Yeah.
I'm going
All right. Everybody roll your saving throw.
Hooray!
Versus
Poison.
Right, so paralyzed, poison, 13.
Above
I wanna
or
roll
below?
Above or below that?
You want to roll above the number. So one in order. Don't roll yet. We'll do one at a time here.
Okay.
All right,
So
then.
let's start with you, Torin.
All right, then. Boom! 18 of 13.
Okay. River.
8, 15.
Okay.
5 out of 14, but I've got a racial modifier of +4. So I don't know what
So
that
5
9
out of what?
14.
5 out of 14.
Okay.
Translates 9 out
Talk.
of 14.
Okay.
5 under a score of 14.
Okay. Weevil.
15 out of 14.
Okay. Farhad.
14 out of 13.
Okay.
This is not going.
All of you start feeling really, really drowsy.
This is what River was waiting for.
Yes. Yes. All of you feel really, really, really drowsy.
I'm just drunk.
Yeah, and I mean, Weevil's the first to go. He just goes and falls out of his high chair, flat back on the ground, unconscious. But he was drinking entire things of the mead, and he's the smallest person here. Not a surprise. But about a minute or two later, yes.
I do have plus 30 for sleep and charm modifier.
Plus,
That's magic.
Yeah.
yeah, that's magical. That's not
Okay.
potion. But
Okay.
but that's good. That's good to note. But you said plus what?
30.
No.
I don't believe there's actually a thing. It's just you're immune to magical sleep.
Well, he's half elven. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't. I don't know where the plus 30 is coming from. We can look that up, but that won't be a factor in this. But let's nail that down for the future reference. So, Torin, you maintain consciousness, but the world is spinning, and you're at a -8 to all actions because you are so tired, groggy, dizzy, and weak. But you're conscious.
All right.
River, you pass out in your plate. You just face down in your plate. Moisha, you pass out in your plate.
Does it matter that the people that just slowly sipped?
Apparently not. I mean, he went before everybody else.
Well, of course.
Weevil did a full minute, but you just figured that was because he drank so much. But about a minute or two later, I don't know. You don't know. So, talk. You're a little smaller, so you don't fall on your plate. You just kind of like and fall against the table a little bit and pass out. Weevil, you're at a -8 to all actions, but you are not unconscious. Oh no, you are unconscious. Never mind. You're just unconscious because you drank too much. Never mind.
I saved
was
versus the
irrelevant.
poison,
Yeah.
not versus the alcohol.
Never mind. Yeah. And Farhad, but you do maintain consciousness, Farhad, but you're at a -8 to all actions. So those of you that are still
Say that again.
Farhad is still conscious, but at a
Okay.
-8 to all actions. So Farhad, Weevil would have been, but Weevil's unconscious anyway because he drank too much. So just Torin and Farhad are still conscious.
Hooray!
Save us.
Man, this meat is
It's
something
a
else.
30%
I don't think I had nothing
resistance.
like it.
30% resistance.
Resistance, right. So
Okay.
if you roll a 31 or higher to put him to sleep.
Understood. But that's for magical.
Right,
Understood.
magical sleep and charm.
Okay. So, Farhad, you see your compatriots passing out one by one. Weevil, you're not surprised because you saw how much he was drinking. But when you see River go face down in her food, yeah, clearly something's wrong. The only other one who's still conscious is Torin.
At this point, I'm like, ooh, Yeah, me, man, that's some heavy stuff. Like, kind of tilting sideways.
Okay, yeah, you're listing back and forth. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you got yourself an outhouse about here's.
Okay. Farhad? You've had plenty of drink. You know this is not the drink. You know you've been drugged.
Who's near me?
You're right near the end of the table near Helga. Right next to Helga on her right-hand side. The rest of the table has gone silent.
Lady Helga.
Yeah.
Yes. That you
Me?
don't trust us? Or very bad person? I'm disappointed in you.
Oh, darling, you hurt my heart.
The man at the end of the table stands up and goes into the smithy.
Schmidt.
Yeah, the Schmidt. Yeah.
Take a nap, Torin. You'll feel better in the morning.
My name's Farhad.
Oh,
I mean Kevin.
Good slip. I liked that. Good slip.
Well, he's used both names. So.
Yes.
yes, Kevin Farhad. We understand.
I will not go to sleep. I'm not done eating. I'm having a good time.
You see the man with the dark hair comes out with a length of shining gold rope. It's very thin and small and only about 10 feet long. And, well, 20 feet long.
Is this Wonder Woman?
And comes walking back to the table and just sets it on the table. And he just nods. At that point, everybody, including the kids, stands up and pulls out from under the table different lengths of rope. And the folks next to you help you up and then start tying you up.
All right.
And start tying you up. And they very quickly start to tie everybody up, hands and feet, hog-tied. Your first your wrists and your and your wrists are tied to your ankles.
I still need that outhouse.
Just stick people in the bag.
This could be bad. And then as they tie, and you two are conscious enough to watch now. So Farhad, do you resist?
Yes.
Okay.
But the best I could get is -2 on my initiative roll.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have initiative, but what do you try to do to resist? I mean, you could try to run away.
No, I struggle.
All right. You try to struggle. What's your strength?
Half-heartedly. 15.
Okay, well, you put up a good fight then. You're able to put up. You're difficult. What do you do for him?
One of the children
Mostly be confused.
Yeah, the two big brothers turn to you and start trying to tie you up.
What? What?
He just keeps saying what?
Out. Wait.
Outhouse.
Is that the outhouse?
Just be quiet.
Well, because I really
So do you fight? Besides just chattering, do you fight or you just kind of chatter at them while they're doing
I kind of tried to explain that I need to go find an outhouse.
Yes, I understand that. And they just kind of shut up.
I ain't no need for being.
But are you
all course
resisting or you comply?
I think it's more I'm trying to make sure I stand up straight.
Okay.
So it's more of,
Sure. All right. Well, Rolf has gotten your hands like this while is holding them together.
Yeah.
While Lars is starting to put the rope around and loop it around and through. And do you fight that, or do you just kind of?
No, you go over the other way. Usually you go that way.
No, this they seem to know how to do very well.
Oh.
They seem to be very proficient at this.
What?
Yeah.
But here's
the children are taking care of the gnomes and doing a very good job.
It's more like, oh, that's a nice video. No, you don't do that. Go for the square now.
All right, so you're not fighting it. You're just kind of going along. All right.
Most children, they teach them how to play cat's cradle.
Yeah.
Just play gnome's cradle.
Yeah. All right. And Farhad, you're fighting. You're resisting as best you can. And they didn't expect as much, that you to be as strong. That you're stronger than you look. And so at first it was Johansson, the boy, and Sigurd who tried to tie you. And as you resisted, Johan, the father, and Bjorn joined in as well and basically just, overpower you between the four of them.
I didn't sign up for this kind of party. This is not the way that we do this. You're a guest in my home.
It will all be clear. Just quit fighting. We don't want to hurt you. Quit fighting. Just cooperate. The truth seeker will find the truth from you.
It really is the Wonder Woman's lasso.
Okay. So eventually, despite your protestations, they manage to stop you. They don't gag any of you. They just tie you up really well, wrists to ankles. Then two people pick you up, and they take you over by the well and set each of you down by the well, kind of like little sacks, basically. They're not mean about it, but they're not especially careful either.
Make sure you lie Weevil on his side so he doesn't swallow his own vomit.
So they drop you there. What's
Get
that?
my goose out of my pocket.
Oh, Joe, you're gross.
What?
We don't want Weevil swallowing his own vomit or anyone else's.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
So what happens to Socrates and?
Socrates is making angry animal sounds and running over to Weevil, trying to be protective. Sigurd comes up to him and starts making some animal sounds back at him, and it confuses Socrates. And he's trying to placate. I'll have to see how that actually goes.
And Herschel?
Well,
Herschel.
one animal at a time. Yeah. Okay, so he managed to get. So he's able to get Socrates to calm down. He throws a little food at him, and Socrates goes for it. He tries the same thing with Herschel. Herschel does not buy it, and when they see you picked up and carried, he goes and immediately attacks the nearest one, bites hard right in the calf. Guy screams, drops you. You take a hit point because he drops you on your head, and goes to try to kick Herschel.
I have the helmet. I have an iron helm.
Oh, then no hit point then. Okay. Never mind. You get a little dent in your helmet, but you'll wonder about that when you come to. He goes to kick Herschel. Somewhere faintly, you hear Herschel yelp in pain. Herschel goes and attacks again, and misses this time. And
do you need his stats?
Sure. I had some really obvious rolls there, but if it continues.
That's how we lose Herschel.
Herschel's hit points are 12. His damage is 2d4.
Okay.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a tough dog.
You remember
now that they realize this dog is more serious than they thought at first, several of the men and one of the women round on him and surround Herschel, like half a dozen of them surround Herschel, which has Herschel not clear what target, who is growling and whimpering towards Moisha. So just the two of you that are conscious to see this, whimpering towards Moisha, but surrounded by them. They've now grabbed torches, and they're all ringing Herschel with torches, which is overwhelming Herschel on what to do. You then see one of the kids goes into the merchant store and comes back out with a blowpipe and starts stuffing in a little dart.
Aye.
And then eventually, no! And hits, puts a little dart in Herschel. Herschel bites, tries snapping at them in anger. They keep holding him back at torch. He a few minutes later, starts to get groggier, and eventually Herschel passes out. Socrates, meanwhile, is being well fed.
With meat-flavored meat chunks.
All right, so we are... Yep, we're right there. So we'll leave it at where Farhad and Torn are conscious, but you're all lumped by the well. At least you believe that's a well. I mean, it's built up like a well, and it's got a little well, but you never did see anybody actually pull any water from it.
Could be no
or look down in it. Could be a mass grave for all you know. Who knows? So you're all laid there on the ground,
I think
tied
it's a
up.
hot tub.
There you go. Good positive thinking. Any last comments or questions before we bid everybody adieu for this week?
Any last words?
Any last words? Yeah. Requests?
You've had your last dinner.
All right. So that's where we'll leave it, and next week that's where we'll... Yes?
I think the one question that's kind of raging through my mind and everybody else's is probably, huh?
No, you saw it.
You articulate that so well.
It's like, well, what are you gonna do? Not walk into the place we're supposed to go?
There were lots of different approaches. I've had a lot of groups go through this campaign, and everybody takes a different approach. Every group does. You guys did your variant. Everybody has. You'd be surprised. They don't care. There's a 1,000-foot cliff up there. People have tried to rappel down that thing to sneak in during night. Everybody's had different approaches, so it's totally okay. There is no one way to do this.
We should have taken the Eagles.
Just think how difficult it would have been. Someone might have gotten killed. What's that, Joe?
When he says there's no one way to do this, he means there's no right way to do this. This is CPK Town.
No.
This is why he's had so many campaigns. They only get here.
Well, it makes you less afraid. This campaign typically, I mean, we've had shorter versions and such, but when people do the full campaign, it typically takes them 2 to 3 game years, and I've had one group that, it was a different campaign, but we lasted 7 years. But this campaign's typically 2 to 3 years of actual real-time, real-world play to resolve easily. In game time, it's usually 5 years of in-game time. So that should put that to rest. All right. Thank you very much for joining us. If you haven't donated yet, please do swing by rpgresearch.com and click on donate. Those who donate get mega bonus hero points, which, by the way, audience member Pocket Dragon spent... Pocket Dragon, sorry. I'm sorry. I see Packet because I think tech. I see PKT, I think tech. Pocket Dragon spent some points to have one at a time 20 different geese part of this adventure. So you can thank Pocket Dragon for the 20 different geese. I was just like,
they were very
not 20 at once. They had to be one at a time. Thank you for the challenge. I think I addressed that appropriately.
I think we addressed it appropriately.
You did as well. That's what's beautiful. We don't know how that's going to be dealt with. So I hope you found that was worth your points. Thank you very much, everybody, for your donations and your time. And let's see what happens next week. With your the whole party's tied up. Only 2 are barely conscious and everybody else is unconscious. What could possibly go wrong? So everybody be well, Namarie, and happy gaming.
I really need to find an outhouse.
I knew this would happen as soon as we met the first 2 people.
As soon as you heard the banjos.
I'm really sorry I killed that cat.
Tune in next week to find out what happens when geese come to dinner.
I've been kicked out of nicer parties than this one.
Science! And dream well.
Dan?
Oh, dear God.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.